Hi everybody, welcome back. Tomorrow is the day of our math test. So, for our test tomorrow, our first thing on the test is going to be using formula to solve equations. So, according to this, I would say a formula is a method of equation that relate two or more variables. Here are the two examples. The solving multiple steps. So we have to find our solutions by working backward from what we are trying to find out or what we are given. Determine what numerical information is given and what you need to find. So here's our first example. So, as you know, the formula of S equals to 0.6t plus 331.5 gives the approximate speed of sound in the air as meters per second when temperature T is 2 Celsius. When the speed of sound is negative 40 degrees Celsius. So you have to do that 0.6 times negative 40 plus 331.5, which is negative 24 plus 331.5 is 307.5 meters per second. Oh, let me see what we can do for the second example. So a landscape uses a bucket with a radius of 18 centimeters and height of 18 centimeters to pour soil into the rectangular planter, measuring 1.2 meters by 40 centimeters by 20 centimeters. How many buckets of soil are needed to fill the blanket? The current measure is 1.2 times 100, which is 120 centimeters. That is to use. So V equals to LWH, which is 120 times 40 times 80, which we have it already. So, and then solve the problem. Our buckle is 96,000 divided by 18,321.8, which is approximately 5 buckles. So it takes 5 buckles. I think we did it right. So for the third example, a landscaper wants to estimate the cost of fertilizing a triangular lawn with side lengths of 150 meters, 200 meters, and 300 meters. One bag of fertilizer costs 19.98 and covers an area of 900 meters square. She uses Heron's formula to determine the area of the lawn. The area A of a triangle with side lengths of A, B, and C is given by A equals to the square root of S times S minus A, S minus B, S minus C. The S equals to A plus B plus C divided by 2. So what we need to do is to estimate the cost to fertilize the lawn. So our first step is to find the cost of the fertilizer, like this one. So I need to know the numbers of bags that's needed. No, you know that. So to find the number of bags needed, I need to know the area of the lawn. Actually, sorry, find the cost is not the first step, it's the final step. To find the area of the lawn, I need to use a formula of A equals to square root of S times S minus A, S minus B, S minus C, like that. To use the formula for area, And you know the values of S equals to A plus B plus C divided by square. Divided by 2. I'm sorry, guys. To find the value of S, I need to know the A plus B plus C. So to find the S, we know A is 150 meters, B is 200 meters, C is 300 meters. So for the S, I will get those three numbers plugged together and then divide by 2, which we got 325 meters. For the A area, so it is 325 times 325 minus 150 times the 325 minus 200 times 325 minus 300, and then we got the square root of 177734375 equals to 13,331.71 meters squared. So we use it 13331.71 divided by 900. You got 15 bags. So since we need the 15 bags, so we times the 15 times 19.98 equals to 299.7. So here's our homework. I'm only gonna talk about some questions. Yeah, actually I would talk about some of them. For the formula 0.6t plus 321.5, that we already talked about. So for the homework, I'm only talking about the number 1 and number 3. For number 1, I'm only getting some of them. So the density of the object with the mass and volume, that is D equals to m divided by B. So for one question, the m is 200 grams, B is a 10 centimeter cube. So it is 200 grams divided by 10 centimeters cube, which is 20 grams per centimeters cube. So for B, it is 45 grams divided by 7 cm cube, which is 3.43 grams per centimeters cube, like that. So for the number 3, it is a donut and an inner tube are two examples of a torus. The volume of a torus is given by the formula. The volume equals to 2 pi squared a squared b. A doctor with a torus with an A of 1 centimeter and B with 5 centimeters. Determine the volume of the rubber of the toy. So the 2 pi squared times 1 squared times 5, we got 99.7. Actually, let me calculate from the computer. So 2 pi squared times 1 squared times 5. So we get 98.7 cm cube. I don't feel like that's gonna be right. But why does the answer say 99.7? I don't know what the shit was wrong. Is it because Miss Cylka is a pig? So if you think Miss Cylka is a pig, you are right. So let's do the rearranging formula. One way to rearrange equations is to use an inverse operations method. This method means you undo or reverse what is in front of you. Order of operation, bad maths are performed in reverse order in this case. So we have to do the variable p. I'm only gonna get some questions talk about because some of the questions are easier. So for example, a equals to p plus I. So for the p, it might be I minus a. So I would say either way, a minus I or I minus a are all okay. For a equals to 2p, in this case p equals to a divided by 2. So the rest of them you know how to do. So for each example, isolate variable b. So in this case, I'm gonna get multiple steps. So for example, c equals to 2 times b minus n. So in this case, b equals to c divided by 2 plus n, because negatives move over is a plus. So for this case, c equals to bracket b minus 2 minus n. In this case, I would do b equals to 2 times n plus c, like that. So, for example, to convert from Celsius to Fahrenheit, the formula is to c equals to 5 times f minus 32 divided by 9. So 9c equals to 5 times f minus 32. So we have to know 9c divided by 5 plus 32 is equals to f, because we times 9 and then divide by 5 is a f minus 32. So we add the 32 in the graph, it's going to be the f. So the rest of them, I guess you know how to do for the homework. So I'm not going to talk about the homework, because you might know that. You know, with the isolate for x, they gave you certain numbers, let's check on how you solve it. So I would say we are moving to our last lesson before the test, which is the exponent law. So a power is an expression made up of two parts, the base and the exponent. In this case, 5 in the power 4, the base is 5, exponent 4. In this case, 7 in the power of negative 2, the base is 7, exponent is negative 2. So in the negative 5 in the power 4, since we have the bracket, so it's going to be negative 4 for the base, the exponent is 4. In the other word is negative 5 in the power 4 without the bracket. So since we don't have a bracket, the base doesn't include a minus. So it's just a positive 5, exponent 4. So in the equation that said x cubed, the base is x, exponent is 3. So for the 3x cubed, the base is 3x, exponent is 3. So I would say a power is a repeated multiplication of the base that's an exponent number of times in the expanded form. 5 in the power 4, let's say 5 times 5 times 5 times 5. So let me go more deeper. In the multiplication law, is that when I multiply the powers with the same base, I add the exponent. For example, 5 in the power 5 times 5 in the power 4, I'll say it is 5 in the power 9, or that. For the division law, is that when I divide the powers with the same base, I subtract the exponents. For example, I would say negative 6 in the power 10 divided by negative 6 in the power negative 2. That will be 10 minus the negative 2, which is 10 plus 2 is 12. So I move to the next step. It will be the power of a power law. When an exponent is raised to another point, I multiply exponents with 3 in the power 4 in the power 5 with 3 in the power 20, because this one in the bracket times the one outside. So I have another exponent law, which is the zero exponent law. I would say any base raised to an exponent of 0 is equals to 1. In this case, for the negative exponent law, any base raised to a negative exponent is equals to the fraction or reciprocal of the base raised to the same positive exponent. So for example, 3x in the power negative 4, y power negative 3z, which is 3z divided by x power 4 y cubed, like that. So for the summary, am plus times an, which is a in the power n plus n, or stuff. In the 0 power of 0 is 1. So a m in the power of m divided by a in the power of n is a in the power of m minus n, like this. I believe everybody knows that. So we will simplify some of those. I'm gonna simplify b and c in front of you guys. The b is a in the power of -4, b in the power of 5, c in the power squared by a, b cubed c. So for this one, the -4 minus 1 is -5. So the base is equals to 1 over a in the power of 5 times b squared times c, like that. So for this one, I'm not going to talk about the homework because since you guys want me to talk about homework, I will talk about it. So for this single process experiment about evaluating, so I will get some harder one. Actually, everything is easy, but I will talk about some. So in this case, 1 over z in the power of 3 times the power of -6. It is z in the power of -3 times -6. So I would say z in the power of 18. So I would say for the m in the power of 5 times in the power of 4, I would say m in the power of 20. So like that. So in the backside, there's nothing to talk about. So this is the end of our revision. So we have to do well in the math test to prove that Miss Cylka is a pig.